Hi, thanks for joining a new video. Today, we unbox the Tecno Spark 40 Pro and Pro Plus. Let's begin. Well, we have two devices from the same series here. The price for the most basic model announced for Mexico is 3,799 pesos. On the screen, you see the reference price in dollars for an idea. But remember, prices here differ from there. Meanwhile, the Plus model's price rises to 4,499 pesos. Again, you have the reference price in dollars to give you an idea. The truth is that both devices are actually quite competitive within their category when considering certain aspects. But how about we get to know them gradually so you can form a clearer idea? Let's begin by taking a look at what's inside the box, because here we will obviously notice many similarities. From the packaging itself, you can already see that they seem to come with a collaboration with Free Fire. So we already have the boxes ready. Let's go ahead and take out their contents so we can get a better look. From the decals and packaging, the manufacturer highlights some of the main features, but let's take our time. It's interesting to note that in the Pro Plus model, there is an additional box that contains some special content. For instance, take a look at, as we encounter the traditional paper slips that have been around for a lifetime, we'll also see this case, which comes in an opaque shade. This is because with this case, the Pro Plus model supports wireless charging. Through this case, you can enjoy the convenience of magnetic wireless charging. This feature will be an important addition to the Pro Plus model. I will show you more or less how it operates in just a moment. For now, it's important to know that this feature is additional. Next, let's go straight to the devices on each side. We'll remove them from the packaging and turn them on while checking what else is in the boxes. This Pro Plus model, that will be another difference. However, in a moment, we will explore these differences more thoroughly. For now, let me finish showing you what's inside the boxes. The cheaper model also includes a case, even though it lacks wireless charging, so it doesn't have a ring. But fortunately, it includes this extra accessory for it. To your gadget, then we're going to locate the 45-watt charger in both instances. And eventually, we will see available right here the cable that connects from USB-A to USB-C. It's precisely the same cable in both models, and there's no variation there. So, those are the contents that we will discover here in the box. Next, allow me to present the devices directly to you so that you can observe their specifications, get familiar with them, and please let me know your thoughts in the comment section as well. Let me remove these stickers from the back so we can focus. Directly on the devices. There we go. We are going to find a thickness of 6x69 and 6.49 millimeters respectively. They are really very thin devices, although obviously the Pro Plus model is even thinner, especially for the curved profile that has on the screen and on the back cover, which gives the aesthetics of being... It's even thinner than it actually is in real life. However, when we compare it to all the devices currently available on the market, we will discover that these are also among the thinnest devices. Having this feature in such low-cost devices certainly makes them incredibly appealing and attractive. They weigh 170 and 162 grams respectively, making the Pro Plus model lighter and thinner as a differentiator. The design is a key difference between these devices, as most features are similar. The Pro Plus model has a curved back curved screen, is lighter, thinner, and both have IP64 for splash resistance. In that sense, they are not exceptionally outstanding, but do remember that we are discussing low to low mid-range devices. Perhaps considering the price, they truly offer features that we typically find in more expensive devices. Both also come protected with Gorilla Glass body on the front. The screen will essentially be the same. We are talking about a diagonal of 6.78 inches with a resolution of 2078 by 1224 pixels, that is 105K, so to speak, superior to full HD, and in this case, with 144 Hz in its refresh rate, at least in theory. The only difference between the screens is the Pro Plus model's curved edges, but the technology is the same. You can choose 144 Hz for more fluidity. However, even if the screen supports 144 Hz, the operating system might not run at that rate due to processor limitations, which in this particular case actually appears to be operating at 120 frames per second. Although I have configured it to 144 frames per second, I believe the processor might not be capable of handling much more than that. Nevertheless, the display continues to. It's going to go pretty smoothly, but the term 144 Hz maybe sounds a bit more like marketing on this unit. However, 120 is already a very good thing. Both models feature stereo sound with speakerphone on the bottom and speakerphone in the earpiece area for calls, with another secondary output on the frame. When it comes to first impressions, I have to say that the sound, if you consider the stereo amplitude, isn't overwhelmingly powerful. However, it is definitely noticeable. One interesting point worth mentioning is that in the Pro model, there is a headphone jack, which is absent in the Pro Plus version. It's quite curious because typically in such slim cell phones, manufacturers opt to eliminate the headphone jack. Yet, here it remains, and honestly, that's a noteworthy feature that stands out. The front camera on both models is 13 megapixels with an f2.2 aperture and fixed focus. They look similar in preview without much optimization. Interestingly, the Pro Plus model appears to burn more. But well, let's take a look at how, after processing, they managed to restore the image quite effectively. They really do an impressive job in bringing back the most illuminated areas. The level of detail is correct, the colors are accurate, and the overall quality of the image is good. It's quite remarkable how well they achieve this. And one crucial aspect to keep in mind at this point, now that we've transitioned here to the image of the cell phones, is that these devices are equipped with XDR technology. Then see how it appears with XDR off and on in real life. You notice even more difference because some areas of the image will indeed emit more brightness to give it more realism. The brightness doesn't increase in absolutely everything. Rather, it only enhances in the areas that are truly brighter. The pictures are more illuminated, and seeing this technology from the most economical model is really outstanding. On the back, you will discover a 50 megapixel main camera with an aperture of f1.6 and autofocus capabilities. However, it's important to note that the other cameras are mostly for decoration or marketing purposes. They aren't truly useful cameras. When you look at the results, you'll see that, in reality, both take decent pictures. It's worth mentioning that in the Zoom 2X, there is an attempt to maintain optical quality. While they don't fully achieve 100% perfection, for the range it offers, it provides a good short-distance zoom. In fact, when you examine the picture using the 5X zoom, the Pro Plus model displays a slightly more natural level of detail. This indicates that the Pro Plus model is equipped with a higher quality sensor, even though both models share the same resolution. If you want higher quality photos, the Pro Plus model has more. In fact, note that in the 10X zoom, we will also see a little more sharpness in the Pro Plus model. And both have as maximum zoom 15X, although again in the Pro Plus model, we see a slightly more detailed image. Neither phone is an ultra specialist when it comes to the camera, but in this price range, I don't believe you'll find a system that's too advanced. Although it would be nice to have at least a basic ultra-wide camera. However, in this case, we don't have significant companions. Let's take a look here, first showing the Pro model and then the Pro Plus. In both models, you'll find 2K quality in video recording. It lacks stabilization when recording in this mode, but in my opinion, the image quality is quite good. The color's nice. In this particular case, the digital zoom is impressive. It's quite unlike other budget models where the zoom appears pixelated and square. Here, I believe it manages to maintain good quality even at long distances. The Prop model will also deliver excellent image quality. In fact, I noticed that the Pro Plus model offers slightly better color reproduction. Interestingly, the battery capacity is the same as 5200 mAh, supporting 45 watts charging per cable, in both cases with charger included in the box. But for the Pro Plus model, you can put its special case that comes included to take advantage of the magnetic wireless charger, although this is not included. Perhaps they might offer it to you if you're among the initial purchasers, but you can also choose to buy it separately if you'd like to enjoy this experience. This truly elevates you into a premium segment with a budget device. So, this charger can be attached right here on the back cover. Naturally, with a cable connected to the traditional power charger, you'll be able to fully enjoy this experience. Although you should know, the magnetic absorption is not that powerful or something. Unlike some other devices here, let's say the feel is going to be simpler. But still, I think it gives you a more premium feel than normal. Of course, we will already do charging tests a little bit later on, because it has to be said that normally wireless charging is a hell of a lot slower. But, well, in the review, I will tell you more details of the tests we are going to do, both upload and download. In both models, we will find 8 GB of RAM with virtual RAM option, which personally I don't think will do much good, but hey, there it is available. And we'll also have 256 GB of storage on both models. The processor in theory is different, Helio G100 Ultimate and Helio G200, respectively, but in practice it is the same processor. For example, Let's look at the benchmarks. And in Geekbench even got a higher score, the Helio G100 with single core and also with multi-core, although they are really very close scores. But in Antutu, we did see a small difference in favor of the Pro Plus model, coming in at 6,02,226 points, while the Pro model was at 5,79,439 points. So maybe in graphical tasks, you might see a little difference in favor of the model. But I insist, in essence, basically the performance is the same on both devices. But well, for the moment, we have reached the end of this unboxing. Remember that soon we will be sharing the full video review with more tests. I hope you liked this video. If you did, you know you can tell us, and we'll see you next time.